An E200 error is an internal communication error of the TCR itself. And this is literally communications between the T-main, or the core embedded PC, and the main board, which controls the mechanical functioning of the TCR internally. Opening the cover door, you'll see the T-main here, and it's the right Ethernet connection which is responsible for this E200 error. And it literally means that there is a problem with communications on this Ethernet cable, and I'll show you inside on the TCR in a second, back to the main board. So it can happen that during install, some of these cables get pulled down. They shouldn't be, but such that they drag on the top of the safe or they get pinched as you close the door. That's not the normal situation. They should normally be up. This is a lab machine, and so these cables are somewhat loose. That's not the case on a production machine. The resolution for this really should be to verify that this right cable is plugged in, and that's easy enough to unplug it and plug it back in and wait for the click. You can also unplug it and carefully, gently, you don't want to be too aggressive, bend the little clip out a little bit, and that way it gets a more positive engagement. You'll hear that click. After doing this, you should just be able to press reset on the TCR screen. That will reset the connection, and the E200 error should be resolved. If that doesn't resolve it, then you'll have to power the TCR off and power it back on. It would be very unusual for this issue to happen internally, but I'm going to move the camera and we're going to take a look at that, and I'll show you what is on the other side of that connection. In this example, the camera is on the left-hand side of the TCR. I've tilted the cam and middle module forward, and I've separated out the divert bin from the back. All that remains is to lift up the upper module using the C3 handle. So with the upper module out of the way, this tray or cover would normally be in this position. Going to pause for a second, walk on the other side of the machine, and show you what you might be able to do as a teammate, but more than likely, this is technician work. So here on the other side of the TCR, I'm now on the right-hand side. I'm gonna pull the flap back just so you can see and kind of reveal what it is that we're after. Again, this is the Ethernet port right here. There's a step in this cover, and if I put my finger just right at the step, I'm very close to this. And I really just want to push this in. Like, that is really the best I can do, is push this in and make sure that works. I should be able to do that even with this cover closed. I can look into it slightly. I can feel the plastic cover. That's really pretty difficult, actually. I'm looking to see if I'm actually on it, and push it in even with the cover normally closed. So that's probably gonna take two people to do that. One teller on the other side where the camera is, making sure that you're pushing on the right plastic piece. Now that I know what I'm feeling, I definitely feel the tab and the Ethernet connector, and I'm just pushing it in. And once you ensure that that's in, you know that that's in, and all you need is a push to make sure you don't need to unclip it and clip it back. You would be able to close the machine back up, rack it back in. You would expect not to have another E200 error.